We're obsessed with the Connie Pheiff Show. It's about a lifestyle shift to move up or out.
Hey, what's your jam? What's the one thing that really drives you? What makes you unstoppable?
It's about opening a new door to live your dream.
People give up way too early on their dreams.
It's about enjoying the journey. It's about keeping it real.
Damn, now the interviewee is interviewing the interviewer. I like this.
It's all about you.
I knew there was something else I wanted to do. Stop taking shit so seriously. Y'all can do this. Take an outrageous look at life and laugh.
This is the Connie Pheiff Show.
We love your voice. We love your jam. You need to be on radio.
And now your host, Connie Pheiff.
Hi, everyone. It's Connie Pheiff, your unstoppable diva, and you're back for another episode of the Connie Pheiff Show. Each week, we always bring you just really outrageous guests, those crazy ones who are leading business. They're doing things differently and activating their brand. Now, I just truly believe in just people that I work with and what I see in entrepreneurs, that they just give up way too early on their dreams. And you know what? We want you to enjoy the journey. We want you to get there. We want you to keep it real because it's all about you. So our guest today is the co-founder and COO of Grid Raster Inc., which is a leading provider of cloud-based platforms that power really compelling high-quality AR/VR experiences on the mobile devices for enterprises. So let's bring him into the studio. Rashir Ranjan, and I think I got his name right.
Hi, Connie, just a quick, one correction.
Okay.
The CEO was not able to join. I'm CEO. So if you need to change it, fine. Otherwise, we can just keep moving.
Oh, no, we'll just make that correction right now. He is the CEO of Grid Rasters Inc. No, we want to make sure we have that correct for sure. Yeah, I mean, you've worked hard, putting this together, and really what you're doing is creating, new technologies, and really the new innovation, and really right now with everything that's happening in, around the globe, so much new innovation is needed, but it's also, coming out through individuals like yourself. So let's talk about exactly what it is that you're doing so our listeners do understand. So it's really, what you're doing is you're allowing manufacturers and industrial designers the ability to conduct real-time 3D visualization and CAD for design of equipment. So I'm going to let you talk a little bit more further into that because you are the expert in that area.
Right. Sure. Thanks, Connie. So, we have a platform and we are very focused on mixed reality. Right. So in mixed reality, if we will see 20 years from now, we will look back and mixed reality will be same as phones. Like it would have replaced many of our phones. All of us will be walking with the glasses. Right. It looks today we talk a lot, but it is really that is what is going to happen. And the way people companies like Microsoft, Apple, Google, Facebook, that is the biggest investment is going in the mixed reality now. Because everyone is really putting the effort there. And a new technology, it goes through, like initially there's a lot of hype. That is what we saw 6 years back. But now in manufacturing, the industrial sector, some very solid use cases are coming. And people are looking at that. Today, they are not trying to measure the time based on how much money they will save. Right. They're looking at the potential, right? So I will just give you one by one example of what our customers are going through in the design cycle, and which one we see that will happen next year, and what will happen in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, that is important to know because again, there's faster training cycles. There's just faster output from from what I see and everything that you're doing.
Right. So, and then that's where I will just start very first as our industrial customers are looking at mixed reality currently in training, then design engineering, and the third is manufacturing and the point of sale. So they are working on all four. Now, these are the first use cases. In 5 years, what they will do? I mean, no one knows what mixed reality will do in 5 years. Some completely new killer application might come, which might become the biggest use case. But today, these four in the industrial customers have a very clear view that what they are doing. And I will give one example. Both, like, we work with basically the aerospace defense manufacturer,
Okay.
and then automotive companies. So both of them are using the mixed reality in these four sectors. And you can map the same thing to people who build cranes. Like any complex machines they are building, they will have the need, but we are very, very focused on these customers right now. So I will just give an example of a training, right? So let's say that you are making spaceship, right? So you are trying to NASA is trying to send people to moon in 4 years. Now, if you want to train typically these are very complex machines, and training, like when people try to train the newcomers, or like it takes them, like typically it will take them 3 months to train the people before they can let these people touch anything, because these machines are very complex, very expensive. But now what happened that now our customers, what people who are building this spaceship, they are completely removing the video and paper manuals. Like everything is going to be in the mixed reality, because they are seeing that the newcomers, they are able to start performing like if you're looking at level 5 people, they are performing at level 7 grade
right.
Expertise, like within half the time of those people. So in anything where your brain can be fooled that this is the real world, it sticks much faster. And we saw that with the paper-based manual. If you take it to compare to if you take the paper-based manual and look at the plain YouTube video, it is a much better effect. And mixed reality is now making it 10x better.
So for the individuals, let's just stepping back, because you talk about how they're playing at a much higher level.
Right.
So what different education do they need to come to the table with?
So that is the beauty, that now what happened that you don't need to everyone comes with the same education, but now you are putting contextual information in front of people. Right? So earlier what was going on, like and I will now move quickly to very few people know what spaceship is made of, but everyone understands the battery of a car, right? With electric cars, a lot of battery technology is changing day and night. So typically what will happen that you will have a video manual. You look at the video manual, and then you're trying to figure out that on this battery, where is that point?
Okay.
Right. And I will give you my personal experience from a month back, right? With the COVID, my car battery died. And
mine did too. I think a lot of people did, because you weren't driving them.
And then I took out my car manual. That okay, let's jump start it, right? And the negative terminal of the battery where they wanted me to plug the jump start cable, it's not there in my car. So someone made a mistake on the manual, right? And I could not figure it out. And I was scared that I don't want to put the thing in the wrong place, which blows up my car, right? So I had to call external help. With the mixed reality, what will happen that the mixed reality camera will detect that, hey, this is the point. It will now point that, okay, this is where your things are going to go. Right. So now the brain is just looking at the concept. Eyes and brains are now really looking at where the information should be. Instead of you're trying to switch back and forth and trying to figure on your own.
Right.
And then the part that is making the big difference is that typically these machines, when they are trying to train people and build these machines, a spaceship, if the NASA doesn't launch this spacecraft on the date it's supposed to launch, the next time, basically you're now looking at a very long delay. Car also, the designers are working on this to build this car for 5 years, right? And at that one day, like 4 or 5 teams are competing that which car model will be launched in 5 years.
Right.
And that in one call, one meeting, the executives take a decision that this is the car that we are going to launch. So now, if you can save couple of months of time, like 6 months out of your 5-year time frame, you can do more innovation instead of spending your time on repetitive work. Now you can do more iteration, you can do better job and doing these things. So the potential now has this very, very different value that you can cut off 6 month time from the spaceship design cycle by the training and design cycle, right? And now you can do much faster iteration because you're always time pressed. There is always more things to do on these things. So So that is what now the industry is looking, that their errors will be low. People can get trained faster. Errors will be low. They can catch the errors faster, and all of that. That is the potential they are looking for, right? And so that was the training side. Design, exactly same thing, but now in design, what happens that if you look at the car design, right? So today, what you do, you take a cardboard and chisel the shape of a car. Right. And then on top of that, you will put your radio units, GPS units, see which one works better. The flow is typically that in the CAD, you build your GPS unit, all of those things. And literally you are 3D printing, putting those things on the chiseled car. It takes 3 months of time for chiseling the car in the correct form, getting the radio units.
Right.
You did those things for 3 weeks. And in the meantime, your designer changed the CAD data because they thought that is a better way to do this. You have now in a loop to do this three weeks. With mixed reality, you do that, put the glasses, and you can see that how my things will look like. You can spend that 3 weeks iterating quickly and then only 3D print one thing that everyone has already figured out.
Right.
So suddenly, like if you're struggling to deliver this car design, your next car design in 5 years, you have suddenly saved like 6 months to 1 year time. And now you can
do so you have less waste.
Right.
Right. And the productivity increases.
Right.
And, the tools that you're bringing to the table, I mean, it's really building those processes and those design processes. I know all about the aerospace industry and transportation. I live with family of engineers, and that's
right.
And that's where they're at.
Right.
And so, there's conversations around waste and, and output and, and OTD. And so it sounds like this is really, an eliminator of that, but increasing processes, increasing productivity on the other side, and really increasing that scalability that a lot of companies are challenged with right now.
Right. And that's where like these are the two use cases we are seeing scaling happening right now, both training and design engineering.
Right.
And this year and next year, pretty much we see that these two, like training and design engineering, is where a lot of innovation scaling is happening. And the other two use cases, manufacturing, there is a very clear idea that manufacturing, sometimes there are mistakes being made and these machines lands on customer hand, and then it is getting called back. So people know that same thing can catch it. I think what we are seeing right now, that if you look at the glasses, they are still heavy. Like we have come a long way, but still we are not at the point where it is the same glass that you are wearing, right? And we will be there in 2 years.
Okay.
But on the manufacturing floor, where you have to wear these things for 8 hours,
right,
and the battery should last that long. So those are the things already big companies are now working towards that. And so another, I would say 2 years, people will be proving that in manufacturing, this is the waste we can remove. We can avoid these errors, which are very costly in manufacturing. But then scaling, we expect in 2 years, because devices need to go there where that will.
Okay, it sounds like almost like, what the pilots wear. Everything is right in their device of what they do. And I know that, like Essilor is a big distributor and manufacturer of those type of glasses.
Right.
So it's really interesting. But if somebody's wearing them for 8 hours a day, they have to be comfortable on them as well.
Right.
Okay.
And the last use case, as I mentioned, that everyone is using it for point of sale. But what we are seeing is Japan, for example, when you sell the car, they don't have a dealership like we have in US. So there's a small building and you have to sell every combination of car there.
Yeah.
Right. So now they are trying to ramp up today for that point of sale. But in US, we don't see the same urgency right now, because our dealerships can have 1,000 cars and we go.
Right. Well, Tesla does it that way.
Right.
You can go into this very luxurious room and sit at a computer and design your car of what you're looking for.
Right. And now what they are trying to do, they're doing some of the Japanese company who have come to us said that their car will be completely now sold on mixed reality. So people will come. They will now. They are not just. There's not a 2D screen on mixed reality, because everyone is trying to do something custom in their car. So people will come and they can literally see what they want to buy. And because mixed reality can really fool your brain to believe that this is real. You really merge the real and virtual.
Right.
And so we are seeing those. So another couple of years, those will start flowing back to US, Europe, because customization, now customers are going after customization. Everyone wants to see what they want to be there.
Yeah.
And even if we have 1,000 cars sitting, we will never have all the combination that are possible. So that is the where we see the loop closing. But the last one point of sale is Japan will be most aggressive because of they don't have the real estate to have that kind of dealership. But
I was going to say, then you don't have all of this inventory of cars sitting around, which right now is pretty large. I mean, you go to the port in Los Angeles, and all you just see is streams and streams and streams of cars that are just sitting there unsold. Especially right now. What are they going to do with those except really almost give them away? But like you said, if you design your car and get it the way you want to the specifications that you want, and then Okay. And really, again, that desired performance that they want in the car, or, whatever, that they're looking for, or type of innovation, or, that they could add to the car. And, and as you said, the innovation in the industry at speed and at scale.
Yeah, right.
No, I love that. The Connie Pheiff Show is heard everywhere. You can find The Connie Pheiff Show on most of your favorite networks. It's time to now recognize and thank our major networks for all of their support. In the house, we have Conscious Business Radio, C-Suite Radio, Transformation Radio, iHeartRadio. We are also heard on Google Play, Apple, Radio, Stitcher, and so many more that I just can't keep up with them all. I'm Connie Pheiff, your unstoppable diva. Learn more about our gym and how we can work together at my fancy schwanky website, ConniePheiffShow.com. I'll see you over there. Until then, like, share. Now back to the show. So where are you based out of?
Mountain View, California.
Oh, okay. You're up in the Silicon Valley there. Okay.
Right.
All right. Neat. So I do ask everyone this question, if you can finish this sentence for me, which is, I am unstoppable because...
we are the only one who are deploying to the defense and defense manufacturers and automotive companies. We are the only ones who are deploying in the ones who are scaling. And the reason is that their data is like, if you're building the car in 5 years, they protect their data with their life. Same with defense manufacturing.
Yeah.
And they want a neutral platform, and things out there doesn't work. And today they are scaling. Our customers are not buying 100 devices. They are scaling with 10,000 devices. So we already are on an acceleration path, and we have a advantage that these customers need a neutral platform to build. And this is mixed reality is a completely new platform, right? Because you are processing your camera in real time, understanding your world in real time, and then aligning the virtual world on top of it. So people have not done these things at scale, and we are the one who are doing it today. And starting next year, we feel lucky that we got the customers who really serious. They have finished all the ROI calculation, and it takes a lot of time to do this ROI calculation, because mixed reality, they will rip apart their original IT infrastructure and bring in mixed reality. Not everyone has that kind of thought process. Only people who want to they should have that. They should have a very clear vision that they want to do it. And we were lucky enough to get to those customers, and next year everyone will be ramping up on that. So we believe that's the one we believe that we will be
where you're going. Great. So how do you want the world to hear from you?
We are like we just say that, hey, if you're deploying mixed reality today, and if you're thinking about deploying more than 100 devices, we are the company. We are the only one who can do that, because the customers, there are few customers today who are deploying 10,000 of devices. Without us, they cannot. So we are the one who can help you scale your mixed reality deployments.
Okay. So will you ever be satisfied with where you're at now?
We are we are like just at the point where we will start going, right? So from here it is like we will be going exponential. So
that's what I thought. So let our listeners know where they can find you, learn more about you. I know, it's at gridraster.com, but just let them know a little bit more about you and any last comments that you want to leave with them.
Right. So, so personally, my background has been that I used to work for Qualcomm, Broadcom, and I used to build the platform mobile platform. So we used to build a platform which will go into AV mixed reality glasses, and we always knew that the glasses will always go down. It has to come to your coolers kind of form factor before you can use it all the time. And to scale it, you need a platform which is based out of cloud. So all the intelligence will move to the cloud platform. And that's how we make it really scalable. That glasses are now really, really thin glasses. A lot of intelligence is sitting in there, but you can build now on any scale of data. So what we have done is that we have put the mixed reality platform on the cloud for you. And then you can learn more at gridraster.com, but again, we are too busy to keep updating it, but we will do a better job in coming months.
It's always, you always have to update those things. It's like never ending. We did a new website again, and it's only been less than 6 months. We're like, let's do another website. It's just like, we just want to be, but it's like you said, you're always doing it. Well, Rishi, I want to thank you for being here. What you're doing is really interesting, and geeks like me get, really interested in the innovation and where we're going. And just really how the next generation is going to be interacting with each other, in manufacturing. It's just really an interesting place to be. So I want to thank you for being here.
Really thanks, Connie. It's an honor talking to you, given your background also. So it's an honor talking to you. And thanks for taking time.
Thank you. And so that's all we have for today. And remember, you can learn more about Rishi at gridraster, raster.com. So just head on over there. You'll learn more about the company. And like you said, they're always updating it. So there'll be more information. So check back often, because you never know what you're going to find there. So thank you all for being here, and thank Rishi for being here and continuing to follow the Connie Pheiff Show. So challenge yourself this week to be kind to yourself, be kind to your neighbors, be kind to everyone, because that's what we're here for. We're all connected. So be kind to each other. We'll see you next time. Hey y'all, it's Connie Pheiff. Thank you for listening to the Connie Pheiff Show. Check back often. You don't want to miss any of the good stuff. If you like what you hear and would like to be a guest on the show, head over to theconniefeifshow.com to apply. While you're there, check out our amazing advertising opportunities that will put you right in front of your perfect client. I will see you over there. Do yourself a favor this week. Activate your power and be unstoppable together.